Hello, my name is Kiriath and it's time for another nice late night massive super heavy tank video. I'm taking a brief break from appealing every demonetisation that's just hit the channel, and I noticed that the Astraeus super heavy tank, because that's what it's called, now has proper pictures, proper specs, you name it, we have the info for it, because, well, it got leaked, so that meant they had to release all of their stuff sooner rather than later to stop people like us doing a load of speculation about it. So, once again, it's on the screen in front of you, much nicer, much clearer picture, higher res, not as blurry. It's good, you can make out the details a lot more. So yeah, it's called the Astraeus, and it's massive. It's properly massive. There'll be, at some point, I'll cut in, probably now, a bit of the video that they put out, just a short 25-second thing, kind of doing a nice rotation of it, showing what it looks like. It's pretty damn big. It is huge. Definitely way bigger than a Mastodon, and the puzzling part about that to me is that one thing that I said is absolutely wrong, most definitely wrong. Not transport. It just doesn't have any transport capacity, which is mental to me, because look at the freaking size of it. It is massive. You're not telling me, I mean, you're not telling me they couldn't fit like 5 dudes in there somewhere. I don't know, that strikes me as being a bit weird. But on the upside, as they say on the Warhammer community site, I'm just going to leave the picture of the tank up because it's more interesting than text. An enormous hull mounts a devastating range of defensive and offensive systems. The main weapons of the Astraeus super heavy tank are a pair of macro accelerator cannons. I was close. I said they looked like scaled up accelerator autocannons, and I was nearly there. Macro accelerator cannons, coupled with sponson mounted las rippers or plasma eradicators. Alright, okay, look. I'm fine with macro accelerator cannon, that sounds solid. I'm fine with plasma eradicators, that sounds okay. They're a little bit childish, but okay. Las rippers? Nah, I'm not feeling that name at all. I don't like that name. It sounds like a child named it, I'll be honest. I just don't like it. It doesn't sound like a weapon name. It just sounds like a made-up thing, which I know is daft to say when you compare that to the fact that everything in Warhammer 40k is made up, but you know what I mean. Well, you don't, either way. The macro accelerator cannons are particularly powerful, as you'd expect them to be. Look at the size of them, firing 12 shots with -2 AP and 3 damage apiece. That is very ambiguous as sentences go. That can mean, that can mean one of two things. The macro accelerator cannons are particularly powerful, firing 12 shots with -2 AP and 3 damage apiece, could mean that you get a total of 24 shots, because it would be they fire 12 shots apiece and there's 2 of them. You know, you can see there's 2 on the screen. Or it could mean that the 12 shots that the 2 guns fire, like, cumulatively do 3 damage each. So it's either saying that there's 2 guns and each gun fires 12 shots with -2 AP and 3 damage, or it's saying there's 2 guns that fire 6 shots each, but each of those 6 shots do 3 damage. It could be either. Every time I read that sentence, I come to the conclusion that it's the one that I didn't just think it is. Either there's 24 shots, or there's 12. It is really hard to tell. That is not worded very well. I realise I'll probably confuse you even more by trying to break it down, but that's what I'm getting from it. I would hope, given the size of the guns, the fact that it is a super heavy tank and it has no transport capacity whatsoever, that it's 24 shots. I kind of feel like 24 shots would be more appropriate for something of that size, and with just, I mean, look at it. If that's only 12 shots, that is kind of underwhelming. That being said, -2 AP and 3 damage apiece, depending on the strength of the weapons, 12 shots could be enough. It's also Forge World, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I think 24 is probably more likely. Meanwhile, layered void shields protect this vehicle against even the most dedicated attacks, including mortal wounds, while the enhanced repulsor field is a powerful deterrent to enemy assault units, firstly reducing their charge ranges, and secondly literally crushing them with waves of graphitic force when they get close. Unlike its little brother, which of course is the repulsor, the Astraeus super heavy tank doesn't have any transport capacity. Instead, this colossal machine is dedicated to destruction alone. Tasty destruction. While there are few targets that can stand up to one of the Astraeus super heavy tank's furious fusillades, that's a very difficult combination of words to say, it particularly excels at shooting down flyers, which is random as hell. Why? With the steel behemoth rule and power of the machine spirit, this war machine can fire on the move or even when locked in close combat, making it a surprisingly flexible and mobile unit for its size. I personally wouldn't have gone for the you can shoot down flying things with this. I would have probably gone for a slightly more look how good this is at shredding literally everything angle, but you know, that's fine. So as they say, it's not just a triumph of engineering in the lore of the 41st millennium, it's late, leave me alone, either. This is one of the most advanced Forge World kits we've ever released. Every single gun, right down to the tiniest storm bolter mounted on the vehicle's rear, can be moved and repositioned, while there are even options for which spawns and weapons you can attach to the vehicle. Additionally, the Astraeus kit features a custom transparent flying stand designed to support the weight of this model while keeping it absolutely secure. I mean, it looks, as I say, I really like it. It's grown on me a lot, having seen a clearer image of it. It's still kind of out there for Space Marines, even Primaris Space Marines, but I do like the look of this thing. I have to admit, I don't think it looks very good in the Ultramarines paint job. I think solid blocks of colour on this, like just the whole thing being one colour, looks kind of bland, kind of dull. It just kind of looks like a big floating brick when it doesn't have things to pick out the detail. It looks way better in the Red Scorpions library than it does Ultramarines. But of course, that's just paint jobs. You know, you can spruce it up as much as you like. I'm really surprised by the lack of transport capacity. I'll be honest. I really expected it to be some sort of transport just in any capacity at all. But you know, it's just, I suppose if it is firing off 24 minus AP 2-3 damage shots, which I'm sure that's what that sentence probably means, then I can forgive the lack of transport capacity. Just rename the Las Rippers and I'm good. As you can see in the video, there's like a little bit of switch about with what weapons are on it. You know, the image has got the heavy bolters on the front and the Las Rippers on the side, and the video it's like Las Ripper on the front and Plasma Eradicators on the side. It's good. I like it. I mean, I'm not going to be able to afford to buy one, but I like it. The question is, what do you think? Now that we have some of the stats, not all of them, but now we have an idea of what the weapons are, what it's going to do, all of that stuff, and you've managed to get a couple of extra angles on it, and indeed just a better picture to look at all together. What do you think of this thing? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it bad? Is it good? Let me know in the comments below. I always read them, as you know. And now I'm going to go back to submitting endless reviews on videos that have been monetized for the best part of a year, but suddenly aren't anymore. So there. Enjoy your evening. I know I will. I will see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.